Hey guys, what's up? I'm back for part 4 of my complete movie collection, and in this video I'm going to be showing off all of my VHSs. I have them all arranged. These are all like comedies and actions, like I said, all the way down through here. And then down here are some like comedy classics and things like that, and then this starts my horror. But I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm not going to pull out any of these tapes, because I really just want to go and get through them, and that'll take a long time. This is probably going to be the longest video, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Start right here. First off, we have Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, my favorite one. Austin Powers and Goldmember. The Addams Family and The Addams Family Values, two really great movies right there. Bambi, classic Disney. Big Mama's House, really good comedy. Big Daddy, my personal favorite Adam Sandler movie. Babe, Pig in the City, and it's alright. Boa, alright. Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes. It was an alright film. Blank Check, I don't really hear a lot of people talk about that movie. I liked it. Baby Geniuses. This one movie was actually kind of a serious film for like a kid movie. The second one's horrible. I don't know why they did that one. Close Encounters of the Third Kind is that one right there, in a really nice collector's edition. Crocodile Hunter, Collision Course. You know, Steve Irwin. I'm a big fan of the Crocodile Hunter films. Cross of Iron, media tape. Dr. Dolittle and Dr. Dolittle 2. Really love Dr. Dolittle. You know, one of my favorite comedies, and the second one's alright too. I've not seen the third. Another one of my favorite comedies, Dumb and Dumber. Then we have Dumb and Dumber. Dickie Roberts, former child star, another good one. Dances with Wolves. This is just a Dukes of Hazzard tape, which has a couple of the episodes. Evolution, have not seen that one. Father of the Bride and Father of the Bride Part 2, two great movies with Steve Martin. Panic on the 522, have not seen that. This movie called Jesus, which is basically just the story of Jesus. George of the Jungle, which is right here. Another one of my favorite comedies. Sorry, it's kind of dark. The movie next to it is called Fire in the Sky, which is a really cool alien abduction film. Chevy Chase and Funny Farm, classic. Then over here we're getting to some of my favorite films. First off is Grandview, USA. Really great movie with a really great cast. I have a VHS of The Great Outdoors. As you guys know, I have that one and Uncle Buck in a double feature DVD. Home Alone, as I've said, one of my favorite movies of all time. Home Alone 2, another one of my favorites. I know a lot of people don't like Home Alone 3, but I'd rather watch Home Alone 3 than the other two. And honestly, Home Alone 3 is not a horrible movie. It's decent. This is the 25th anniversary 2-tape set of Jaws. Jaws 2, the special edition tape. A much older copy of Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge. Then we have Joe Dirt with David Spade, really good movie. Looney Tunes back in action, I mean, like, for childhood nostalgia, you know. Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, really good one. Look Who's Talking Now. I enjoy the Look Who's Talking films. The first one's the best, but that one's also pretty good. Little Shop of Horrors, really good, you know, everybody knows about that one, really great musical. Mannequin, pretty funny movie right there. The Mask, another Jim Carrey movie. This was actually the first Jim Carrey movie that I saw, actually. Men in Black, great film right there. Men in Black 2. I have not seen Men in Black 3, but I hope to eventually. The first Mummy movie, which I really enjoy. Then we have Mortal Kombat, which is right here. Meet the Parents, another Jim Carrey film, The Majestic. Me, Myself, and Irene, more Jim Carrey. Only the Looney. Then we have Repo Man with Emilio Estevez. Short Circuit, which is, I really like that movie. It's probably one of my favorite sort of sci-fi-ish films. Short Circuit 2. 16 Candles with Molly Ringwald, great film right here. Singles, and the last one is Wild Wild West with Will Smith. It's pretty good. And up here are tapes that I'm either planning on getting rid of or just tapes I can get on DVD. So the first one is Blade Runner, the director's cut. The first Speed movie, which I love. The second Ace Ventura film. I had the first one on DVD. Just a copy of Now Living Dead. The second Sleepy Hollow film, called Sleepy Hollow High, has nothing to do with the Johnny Depp one. The others, Lake Placid, the first one, the only one that I've seen. The Exorcist, the version you've never seen. I'm sure everyone's seen it. The first two Harry Potter films, which I have on DVD now. And then these last three are just Pokemon episodes on tape. I used to be a big fan of Pokemon with my cousin. The first one on top is I Choose You, Pikachu, which is the first episode. Then Psychic Surprise and Fashion Vacation. Now down right here, I'm a big fan of classic comedies, and by that I mean like, I'm talking like The Little Rascals, The Three Stooges, just things like that. And I have a bunch of tapes. I also have a bunch of DVDs as well, but the first thing is this 5-pack of Our Gang, which just has a bunch of these, and then a 5-pack of Little Rascals. Then we have some Laurel and Hardy VHSs right here. I'm not going to talk about these a lot, but I do plan on doing tapes where I show off my entire, like my Three Stooges collection, Laurel and Hardy, and so on. Just an older copy of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Dazed and Confused tape, Blood, Sweat, and Gears. It's a deaf documentary, World of Death. As I've said before, I'm a huge fan of, like, I don't want to say a fan, but I'm very fascinated with tornadoes and volcanoes, and this is a, full tape, all the tapes that I have, like the movie Twister Fear on the Plains. I'm going to do a full video where I show these off more. This is a 5-pack, which has a bunch of tornado movies and the movie Earthquake. Goes right here. And the last one is Eight-Legged Freaks. And then these start my horror collections. I've already shown off all these before, but I'll do them again. First off with my Anchor Bay clamshells, Evil Dead 2, The Midnight Hour, which is actually really, really rare, Halloween 4 and 5, and Time Bandits. It's not horror, but it's Anchor Bay. Then here comes my horror VHSs. Of course, the Amityville films, both separately and then in a 2-pack. Anaconda, Aliens, The Blair Witch Project, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, Blood Dolls, which is a full moon film, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, classic, Chud, Children of the Corn, Carrie, Candyman, another one of my favorite horror franchises, the Child's Play collection, the first 4, Dementia 13, great classic horror, the film Duel, The Dark Half, Death Wish with Charles Bronson, Deep Blue Sea, great killer shark movie. Have some up here. The first one is 13 Ghosts. That's the more modern one. Jeepers Creepers 2, The Serpent and the Rainbow. That tape does not work. These two are just other tapes I have. Mrs. Doubtfire and Porky's 2. There's the first Jeepers Creepers film. Then we have Signs, Critters 3, this one movie called Rumpelstiltskin, which is like a kid movie, and then a VHS copy of Sleepy Hollow. Alright, and now we're moving down here, and these are the rest of my horror VHS, which I'm going to show off. I'm going to show off all these in the video. This is these. First we have another slipcase of Evil Dead, The Exorcist, an older copy, Exorcist 2, The Heretic, that movie is The Good Son, Hannibal, In the Mouth of Madness, Phantom of Death, Pet Sematary 2, Python, Pumpkinhead, really awesome movie right there, Puppet Master 2, then we have Retro Puppet Master, Curse of the Puppet Master, Rosemary's Baby, let me move these, then we have The Shining, 7, The Sixth Sense, Sticks and Stones, which is like a documentary on the Blair Witch, and it's basically it not only goes in through to the movie, but it also talks about the actual legend. Because for those of you who don't know, the Blair Witch is actually a legendary witch, and and there's actually like true events surrounding the Blair Witch. But yeah, that's a nice documentary. Stepfather 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. Then we have Darkman, End of Days, The Dead Don't Die. And then these are kind of like action films right here. First off, the Jurassic Park trilogy. Huge fan of the first 2 Jurassic Park films. Huge fan of those. Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3, which are just sort of thrown in there. And the 3 Tremors films. Big fan of the Tremors trilogy. And I'm going to start pulling these over now. First off, we have Extro 2. Transformations. Waxwork 2. Village of the Damned. Through these. Trancers. The Terror. Shockwaves. Salem's Lot, the original. Bride of Reanimator. Then we have The Vineyard. Body Bags. And Evil Ed, which is apparently very, very rare. This is my sealed copy of Child's Play, which is in mint condition. I've shown this off before. And then the 2 Phantasm films on VHS, the first 2. And now I'm going to move over here. And as you guys know, I have all the Halloween films on DVD. I also have them all on VHS. The first one is this older Anchor Bay release from 1998, I think. Then the restored collector's edition with the holographic cover. Then the Blockbuster exclusive version. Just a cheap copy of Halloween 2, which came out, I don't know, I forget when. Then another sort of weird copy of Halloween 2. Halloween 3. CBS Fox version of Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. The Anchor Bay release of Halloween 5. Then Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. H2O, Resurrection. The Haunting. The remake. Hardware from Richard Stanley. Honeymoon of Horror. Stephen King's It. The Kindred. Have not watched that one yet, but I do hope to sometime. And then Leprechaun 2 and 3. No matter how cheesy they are, I enjoy the Leprechaun films. The New York Ripper, which for some reason I feel like that might be rare. Then I have the media tape of Nightmare on Elm Street, the original media tape, and an original media tape of Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And then I have this whole 7-pack collection right here of the entire Nightmare on Elm Street series that they did. They did one set that had all the VHSs, and then there's another set that has all the DVDs that has Freddy all in the back. And you guys, you know, that's like the best. I think, in my opinion, that's the best DVD set to get for him. And then this is just like a copy of Freddy's Dead with the original cover and New Nightmare. And I'm going to go ahead and show these off. The first thing right here is this film called The Stupids with Tom Arnold. Kind of a weird movie. Some of these are like, you know, tapes that my grandfather recorded for me on, you know, all about tornadoes and stuff. And then this movie called Remote, if you can see that. This movie was put out by, what is it, Moonbeam, I think, which is basically the family version of Full Moon Video. It's an ex-rental, but a decent film. Boys Will Be Boys. It's alright. I think that was kind of a Home Alone ripoff, but a decent one. This is just home movies of us. You know, at Xmas time in the beach in 2003. Another tornado tape. Then we have Scarecrow Slayer. These 2 tapes right here are basically a collection of drum solos. Back when I was younger, I used to love playing drums a lot. I don't do it as much anymore, but my dad basically made these 2 tapes, which are filled with some of the best drummers, like Matt Sorum, Neil Peart, Alex Van Halen, just all the best drummers. And then this is a double like VHS of Neil Peart behind the scenes stuff, where he talks about his life. That came out in like 1994, I think, that tape, which is really good if you're a fan of Neil Peart. Then we got this movie called The River Pirates, which I really enjoyed. It's sort of like a Goonies ripoff, but it's kind of not. It's more of like a pirate movie, but it's a good film. Then we have Venomous, which is a killer rattlesnake movie, which I thought was pretty good. This is kind of a dumb thing, but it's like UFO Uncensored DVD, which is basically just like, you know, UFO stuff like you see on the History Channel. And then this is one of my favorite. This is another horror tape, but it's Hellbound Hellraiser 2, the unrated VHS. As I've said before, I have not watched this, so I don't know the difference between the R-rated and the unrated version. I don't know if there is a difference, but it's just a cool thing to have, you know what I mean? Then this last one, this is kind of a banged up tape, but the movie is called Tornado, and it stars Bruce Campbell, and it's actually a really pretty decent film. And then this one is this thing called Tornado Chasers, which is just, you know, like something that came on TV about tornadoes. I'll talk more about those tornado tapes when I show off, you know. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much most of my VHSs. In the next video, I'm going to show off the rest of my tapes behind there, and then I'm going to show off all of my family films, my Disney movies, and my Christmas tapes. But the final part will not be as long as this part. But if you stuck with me throughout this whole thing, thank you guys so much. I'm almost done showing them off. So yeah, thanks for watching part 4, and part 5 will be up early tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching once again. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see everybody next time.